Let's set up my Frankenplanner for February. Hi everyone, this is Angie. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here today, I welcome you and I hope you'll stick around. If you're a returning subscriber or viewer, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you here. In today's video, it's time to set up our Frankenplanners for February. I can't believe we're already in February. So anyway, I have pulled a few things here and I thought we'd go ahead and get started. So this month is February and I've decided that I want to pull out the pinks and reds because pink is my favorite color. And I have some new things here. I've got a planner cover that I purchased from KellOfAPlan in December. I've also got this notebook from the Love Blossoms kit. And I've got a variety of metal discs here. I'm not sure if I'm going to use these hot pink ones just because I'm not sure how they would mesh with all this red. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. And the first thing we're going to do is we are going to pull these covers off of this notebook because I'm going to use them as a planner cover. And we will set this aside because I won't be needing this for the month. So what I'm going to do for my February Frankenplanner is the same thing I've done in the past months. I'm going to take these covers and I'm going to pop on some new discs. So I've got pink, hot pink, white, silver, because I just wasn't sure. The more I look at it, I don't think I'm going to use these hot pinks. So I'm going to set those aside for now. And we're going to focus on these other ones. So I want to start with white. Sorry for the glare. It'll only be temporary. And then I think I'll go with pink and then silver. And I will repeat that as I go down the line here. And now I can set these aside because I don't need them. And we can start loading this baby up. So that is cute. I won't really see the outside of my planner, but I do see the inside and I do see these discs. So this is what I'm going for here. I've also got a pin loop that came in the Love Blossoms box. So I'll pull this out at the end. But right now, let's go ahead and get started. I have decided in the past, I've kept last month, current month, next month in my planner. But because I've added a couple of planners for 2025, my January planner is really fat and I do not have expander discs. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull out my January monthlies and put them on here, and I will return the January weekly pages to their original planner that gets stored on the shelf. So the first planner I use is a work planner. I use the Simply Layout by the Happy Planner, and this is for work. So for starters, let's get into what I'm using for January. And we're going to pull out the work section. Let me grab the divider and put it in here first. When you're first setting up an empty planner, I need to scoot these planners back. I need some space. When you're first setting up an empty planner, it's pretty wonky because the discs are all floppy, but those should stabilize here shortly. Okay, so I pulled off that dashboard and I've decided I'm going to go ahead and take my planner out of the cover because this cover is hogging up a lot of space on my desk. And I want to set that aside so that I have a little more room to work here. Okay, so now I've got my January Frankenplanner off to the side and I've got new planners in front of me and we're going to build the Frankenplanner here. So I did pull the dashboard from my work planner and now I'm going to pull the name page and January monthly calendar. I do not keep prior months in my work planner in the Frankenplanner. I only keep the current month, but I do want to keep the monthly page as reference. So we're going to pop those on here. And then we're going to go into the planner that still has all of the new months in it, and we're going to grab February. So I'm going to flip to February. Before I pull February out, I want to remove the January weekly pages from my February. Sorry, I'm going to have y'all so confused. It's different when you do it on camera than when you just sit down and do it at your dinner table or whatever. All right, let me scoot this over here. This is just all in the way. Okay, I'm putting January back in my shelf planner because I don't need it anymore. And I'm going to pull February from the shelf planner, and I'm going to pop it on the discs. Clear as mud, right? Okay, so now I've got work. I've got my January monthly for work, and I've got the full month of February. And I have replaced January into the planner that will go on the shelf, and I won't pull it again until next month when we're setting up March. So also in the back of my work planner, I keep some blank pages in here. So I'll go ahead and bring those over. These are just some daily sheets. I haven't really had a need for them, but you know, as soon as I take them out, I'm going to need them. Okay, so the next section in my Frankenplanner is my personal planner, aka my catch-all. So I'm going to bring that dashboard over. And now I've had these cute little sticky notes in here. I'm going to go ahead and bring those over as well. And then I've got some other sticky notes here from Happy Hostess. The reason I keep these in here is because I will usually pre-plan with sticky notes, or if I just need to make a note of something that's pending, I will put it in my phone calendar also, but you know, I like paper. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to pull out of my January Frankenplanner is my name page in the calendars. Not those little perpetual calendars, these things. The reason this says July is because I am using an 18-month planner, and that is printed with perpetual on the other side, so I kind of need that. Okay, I am going to keep my January monthly in this catch-all because I do like to refer back to it. So we're going to put that in here, January monthly. And now I'm going to go into the planner that's been sitting on the shelf with all my blank pages in it, and I'm going to pull February. So February is right here in front. We're going to set that aside. Add this to these discs. And you know what, now that I'm doing this, I'm kind of wondering if I want to go ahead and pull my March calendar only or not. I'll think about it. Okay, the next thing I need to do is pull out the remaining January weekly pages from my January Frankenplanner, put them back on the discs, close that up, and now we're done with catch-all. Next up is going to be my social media planner. We've got dashboard. We've got name pages. And I'm going to pull the January monthly. Add that to this planner. Now I'm going to go into the planner that has all the blank pages in it. And I'm going to pull February. Add that to my February Frankenplanner. And from my January Frankenplanner, I'm going to pull out the January pages and put those in here, and those will be stored on the shelf. And the reason this planner does not have a cover on it currently is because I used it for my January. So I will have to replace that. But until I get to that, I'm going to set this aside. Okay, so now we have February social media. Next up is what I've added for 2025, and it's gratitude and hand lettering. So here's the dashboard for that one. Flip this over. Okay, and now I'm going to pull the name page, and I've got little calendars in here that I printed offline. This one's for January, so I will have to replace that with February, but that's just so I can keep up with the little wacky holidays. I'm going to pull my January monthly because I'm not quite finished filling out the gratitude section, which is the monthly pages. And now we're going to pull the blank planner, grab the February divider and the February pages. What is this? Okay, I'm not sure what that is, but I guess I need it. Okay, so here's the February pages. I'm going to add these to the February Franken. And I'll do a quick flip through of this once we get it set up. I'm having a hard time getting this one on the discs. All right, then back into my January Frankenplanner. I'm going to pull the January pages that are completed. We're going to put those back in here in the original planner that will sit on the shelf. So now we're finished with pulling from the hand lettering planner. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, here's February. Gosh, I got myself confused. Okay, there's February. All right, next up is my reading planner. So reading was another new add for January. So I'm going to bring over the divider. You can see this is already getting kind of thick. And here are the front pages from the reading planner. Okay, true confessions. I did not fill in the January planner pages. They're all blank. And since this is an undated planner, I added the little January sticker here, but that month has not been used. So I'm going to grab the reading planner and I'm going to add January back in here. This time I am not, oops, I need to pull out that. I'm not going to pull out the next month in here because since I didn't populate the January planner, I'm not going to keep labeling these tabs because one of these days I might want to use this as my main planner. So I'm going to set reading aside, but what I am going to keep is the section for book reviews. And I'm also going to keep the section for book club. I have jumped in on a few book clubs on Facebook, and about the only thing I have time for with reading is the reading and then the Zoom meeting for book club. So I just don't see any point in keeping a whole extra month's worth of pages in here if I'm not going to use them. Okay, the final planner in my Frankenplanner is my bill tracking. This is not my budget, but I had to use a budget label because that was the closest that was in the package of labels that I was using. And on the bill tracking, I don't keep multiple months in here. I just keep the current month. So this is a repurposed planner. It started out as social media because I picked it up on clearance back in the summer. But now that I've purchased a new planner, which is the KellOfAPlan, and I'm using that for social media, I didn't really have a need for this one. And I was previously redating an old planner. So I've decided that we can repurpose this one and I can use it for bill tracking. So I'm going to pull the February pages out of here. I'm going to take January from my other planner, the January Franken, and put them back in here. And now I'm finished with this guy. We'll set him aside. I'll put these February pages in here. And then in the back of my Frankenplanner, I added a hobby section. So I will go ahead and keep that going forward. I've got a few pages in there that I haven't populated with any information yet, but I do want to keep them in here because if I see them, it'll remind me that they're here. So for that section, I've got a little crochet tracker. Obviously, I haven't done any crochet in January. It's kind of been a crazy month. And then I've just got miscellaneous papers in here, little chore charts and blank pages and things like that. Things that I intend to use, but I haven't started using yet. Y'all, look how full this is. These discs are already maxed out. Okay, so that is going to be it as far as adding things to this planner. Look how thick that is. But also look how cute it is. Okay, so this is the skeletal remains of my January Frankenplanner. I will pull all these discs off and put them back where they belong. And I want to go ahead and replace the cover over here on my social media planner. Because I don't want to take a chance on those pages getting damaged. Okay, so the front cover goes here. Flip it over and add the back cover. This is putting up a fight. Let's try it this way. All right, so there's social. Let me get these little discs out of here. Okay, so now let's bring in our new cover. So I purchased this planner cover, and actually I do like the pink, white, and silver on here. I'm glad I went with that decision. I didn't put red because I just used red at Christmas, and I don't want to do red again since I got a red cover. So let's put this cover on. I've never used a KellOfAPlan cover. I've got a few that I picked up on sale, but I haven't actually used them yet. This is going to be so cute for February. Okay, and then in here, like I said before, this was from that Love Blossoms book. Box. And it's got a cute little pen. It's got some little sticky notes. And then it's got these tabs. So there is a pen loop here, but there's not one on the front. So I wanted to go ahead and add one of these pen loops because, see, I will keep a pen back here. I get it in here. That doesn't have a loop on it. I'll probably need to put a different pen in there, but I wanted to add a pen loop because I mostly write in my planner with a Papermate flare. And I'm kind of thinking I might put the pink. I've never put one of these on my planner before, so I'm not exactly sure where the placement should be. I guess I can just put it here. And I hope this is removable, because the next time I pull this planner cover out, it might not be Valentine's Day. Okay, so I guess we just put it here, smash it down, and then we can add our pen. Actually, I'm going to grab my pen from here. This one's got the pen. It's got a, what do you call it, a hook thing. Okay, so let's put this one here. And let's put my Papermate flare here. That's going to be challenging. We'll deal with that, I guess, here in a little bit. Okay, so, oh my gosh, this is stiff. I don't know about this pin loop business, y'all. Maybe I should have put it on the front. Let's find out if it's removable. Okay, that came off pretty easy. I'm going to put it on the front. I don't know why this stuff's not wanting to turn. Okay, let's put it up here. Oh, I can't because the loop is on the wrong side. Okay, we're going to cover this up for now. I'm going to have to put some thought into this, but I have to have my Papermate flare. Okay, he's going to set to the side. All right, let's have a look at this February Frankenplanner. See what we got in here. Okay, so this is my cover from KellOfAPlan. This is a notebook cover that I'm going to use for my main cover. Then we get into my work planner, which is just the calendar front cover. I'm keeping my January monthly. And then I've got the month of February in here with some extra pages. Then we go to my personal planner, which is my catch-all. I've got some sticky notes in here. I've got the name page, perpetual calendars. Notice they're blank. And then I've got my January monthly in here. And then I've got the full month of February. And this is a vertical, just in case y'all were curious about that. So work is simply layout, catch-all is vertical. Then we go into my social media section. I've got the name changes, the name pages. Then I've got the January monthly. It's a little currently page. This is my monthly where I keep all my video tracking. And then we go into February. And this is, like I said before, this is a KellOfAPlan planner, and it is the dashboard layout. So from there, we go into the gratitude and hand lettering section. So I'll start out with my name page. Little calendars that I printed from the internet just for wacky holidays and such. Then I've got the January calendar. I'm still working on that. And the month of February. And this planner is a Happy Planner horizontal layout. And you'll notice it doesn't have the checklist here. That's because I picked this one up on clearance. And they just recently released their new version of the horizontal, which has a checklist. So lucky for me, I got the old version. So I don't need a checklist in here. Okay, next up is reading. This is not going to be a reading planner. It's just going to be a reading section. So I did pull these pages from the reading planner. It's got some cute little things in here to track your book of the month, a yearly. You can keep up with the different genres that you read. You can color code those and then, you know, color these in with which type of book you read. Reading challenge and bucket list, book reviews, and then you've got book club pages. More book club pages, and then we get into my bill tracker, and this is just the blank month of February, and this is a dashboard. Then we go into the back, and I've got a hobby section. This is just a little crochet tracker and miscellaneous things that I've added, chore charts, papers, you know, just stuff like that for brain dumps. But anyway, guys, that is going to be my Frankenplanner setup for the month of February. I hope y'all liked this one. I know it was a little wacky, but yeah, this thing is full. So I do not foresee my being able to keep last month, this month, next month in here, because that would be 3 months for what, 1, 2, 3, 4. That'd be like for 4 or 5 sections, I'd have 3 months. So I would already kind of be maxed out on these classic size discs. So I think what I'm going to do is keep the prior month calendar just to review and look back. Then I'll have my full current month for each planner. And next month, I might go ahead and slip in the next month's 2 calendar pages. I don't know. We'll see. I guess since I made changes and I added new planners for the for 2025, it has definitely changed the build of my planner, so it's much thicker than in the past. But anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. I know everyone's time is so valuable, but while we're getting ready for February, I thought I'd go ahead and set up this Frankenplanner. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please let me know by clicking on the like button and leave me a comment down below. If you'd like to see more of my videos, please hit that subscribe button and be sure to turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.